OTGOPTQ, and had a few different cards in his list than the list I have been trying. He has the Fourth Ren in the sideboard over the Liliana that I've been playing. He had a couple of Alpine Moons, and he's up to 3 of these Collective Brutalities, which is as much burn as I've been playing versus. Hopefully that'll be useful. But the big thing is, he's got these Dark Confidants. Not 100% sold on them, but I do want to try them. So this is the list I had been playing, which is just Oliver Tomaco's list. So, kind of similar from the last list I played, but the Dark Confidants being the big difference, and the extra planes, which extra planeswalker in the sideboard as well. I want to give it a try. He only has the 4 basics, which is something we'll have to keep in mind. A lot of the list I've been looking at lately has the 5th one I was playing, obviously didn't before as well. But yeah, just knowing what base or what lands you have is pretty relevant. 1 Stomping, 2 Overgrown Tomb, 1 Blood Crypt, the usual, and then the 4 basics. Wait, okay. That our Bloodbraid Elves be merry. Really pretty obsessed with this card. Would like to own some in paper. Cannot get the locals to trade them to me for good reason. 0 for 1 in Dice Rose. No removal, but I think I'm going to keep it anyway. I don't like keeping a hand with 0 removal spells in this format. I find that there's way too many decks that just stone punish it and punish it quickly. Hey JJ, what's up? I did not realize it was Friday the 13th until you just said that. Kind of live in my own little bubble. I do not think there's any horrors in this deck. It's a good chance they'll kill this. How are you today? There's a good chance even if they don't kill this, maybe I'm not supposed to play it. What if I'm just supposed to kill like the Hierarch or something? Maybe playing this was fine because if they did kill it, it was likely a path and I'd be able to Bloodbraid. That could be my biography put to film. That's kind of how the people around here act. Oh, wonderful. This is looking very poorly for me. A positive note, I don't care a great deal about that. Um, Interesting. I think I'm going to play for the slower game. We get a green here. I need to watch the Rambo movies again. I saw them in many years. Certainly not blocking. Value our friend more. Army ants. They're a powerful card. So they could have a Court of Calling or something, but there's a great deal we could do about that if they did. Ooh, that's a pretty good one. I have a lot of cards that just kill us next turn. Not in love with that block because if I have a lightning bolt, they're in pretty bad shape. I probably wouldn't use a lightning bolt before then. Yark. That's not good. That's kind of interesting too. Certainly not the type of card I expected here. Wasn't particularly helpful for us. A 2-turn clock. There's nothing we can do about it being a 2-turn clock either. Without drawing like Outs here or drawing a Fatal Push, a Maelstrom Pulse, or a Lightning Bolt. That's all we have. It's pretty thin. That's another Scavenging Ooze. No, never mind. We don't have a creature in our graveyard. That'll do, won't it? In terms of getting another turn. Stop our opponent's turn. Hmm. I don't know, Witness, that was a good one to get. Alright, we're hanging on here. So this is our big problem now. This is a bit interesting. Am I ever supposed to just attack to only kill Yarick? I don't think he ever blocks, right? So I'm gonna do this again. Wow, it's 3 hours long. Hope you enjoy it. Now, so Liliana would be insane now. With a lot of good draws now because of Liliana. Another Tarmogoyf, not quite a good draw. They hit 3 spells in a row. We hit 3 spells in a row. Fortunately, the Strangle Gas doesn't do anything. Wait, I guess it does do things, but it doesn't do anything that matters. Well, I guess it protects Yarick from Liliana. I get a Yarick off the table to win. Does that mean I drew another Yarick? Or they just draw like a path or something? Probably should have blocked the blood braid instead of Tarmogoyf. Oh, neat, they drew removal, so the triple block was worth. Still think I blocked with the wrong ones, but They draw a removal for BB. We're dead. Guess we're not dead, but we're at one skis in that scenario. They have to draw another land at some point, right? Answer to that question is undoubtedly no. That's not a good card. Guess it's worth using Liliana on them. We're gonna sack this, of course. We have two blockers. One big enough to actually survive combat. If they attack with both, I'm going to assume they hit a removal. It doesn't much matter whether they hit one or not. It's not like we have options. It's probably better for them to attack, assuming they missed any on everything. Yes, I remember that. Awesome. Fun times. They definitely drew better than we did down there. They stuck on 5 lands the entire game, which is fun. Ren's pretty good here, though. And backup Ren's even better. Took my Inquisition. It's interesting. It's not a card that was remotely on my radar to play. I should start getting basics. Oh, I didn't want to get the basic. I wanted to get the overgrown. I'm bad. I'm bad. Even just said, I wonder if I want to get basics. And knew I didn't want to. But did that anyway. That's frustrating, by the way. To make that bad of an unforced error. It was a really bad error. And they get supremely punished if they have a Voice of Resurgence. Anything but voice, please. That's pretty bad. I won't deny it. Still get the overgrown tomb that I already meant to have. Ugh. So many of our plays are just bad now. That was a game costing error. We'd still have a removal for this. It was a literally game costing error. None of my cards do anything now. I went from having 2 cards that are incredible in this match to having basically 3 dead cards because of how I played. Just don't have anything now. Since they're not playing creatures, this is definitely going to die. They didn't eat my lands, or they had 3 green mana, they just didn't bother to use them. This card would not be in play right now had I played correctly. They have a worship in their hand? That's not good for me. And a Sigarda? And a couple of siege rhinos. Is this a sad thing that the siege rhinos are the cards I care the least about? What turn? It's hard for me to answer that without knowing what turn you mean. If they brick one or two more turns, we've got a chance. That's kind of a brick. It really doesn't do anything. Ooh. So I shouldn't do that one first. Oh, because I didn't know whether they'd be able to kill it the next turn or not. Got pretty lucky and won that game. I didn't deserve to. I played really bad. I just wanted to wait till a turn I could find one removal spell and guarantee that I got value for a lot of turns. Is it bad that after seeing them get mana screwed, I kind of want to bring these in? Kind of want to bring these back in too? It's just kind of like I want all this stuff now? They're pretty light on mana 2 games in a row. I think Liliana's super good here. This hand doesn't seem very good, does it? Guess I keep. This hand seems kind of bad. This turn ain't easy. So everything's kind of protected from Liliana. Playing the Rin, it probably just dies. Maybe they don't have a removal spell for the Tarmogoyf. Yeah, maybe they don't have a removal spell for the Tarmogoyf, I guess. This is still our best play. If they kill a Tarmogoyf, we get an extra land, so we can probably kill their board on the following turn either way. And if they don't kill Tarmogoyf, there's a good chance we can like Liliana and do some stuff if we hit a land. Or if we just hit that, that works too. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Not drawing lands has been very useful for us. Still got a Liliana for a big threat. Still definitely want to attack first, right? Could have Obstinate Baloth. Is that something I'm willing to care about? Guess I don't even care about Rin. Like, Rin being useful is not super on my radar at the moment. It's pretty good. Yeah, I like it. It's one of my favorite things. So they finally hit another mana. But we have this now. It's probably the Siege Rhino. That was pretty nice. I'm just fine with that. We have 10 damage. The Jund Reach, baby. Ren's awesome. They didn't play mana producers in game 2 and 3. I wonder if they just sideboarded them out because they knew we were playing 3 or 4 Ren plus the Fatal Pushes plus the boats, blah blah blah. Be kind of interesting if that's what happened. Because they're a fairly low land count deck, I think, and I think they rely on them, so I think there's a good chance that maybe Ren just got counters that deck. I really, really want 4 paper Rens. I think they're like $80 in paper, though, and I don't play enough to justify $320 on cards to set on my shelf. A 0 for 2 dice rolls. I'd like just to have a case of MH1. I think it'd be fun to open. I'd like to get a setup to where I can open stuff on stream and then like put it on the YouTubes. I think that'd be fun. I like watching box openings. Oh no. This hand is not the type of hand that I believe we want to get paired versus blue-white with. Considering we now have 3 basically dead cards versus them. And they play Spell Snare now, so... Spell Snare, Mana Leak, Logic, not something. We have 1 spell and it's not likely to resolve. Because I'm going to wait until I can play 2 spells in a turn. I guess that's the one I want to play. I'm pretty sure this one's stronger because they can have bounce spells for this, paths for this, supreme verdicts for this, while this one takes a more refined answer. Like this one's also answerable, but it takes more of an answer. They have a spell snare now. Let's start with lightning bolt. Because we don't mind if they force this, since we already have another force, or another boat. They have no cards in their hand except for a spell snare that we'll play around. Alright, so we're working on getting this Ren out here and doing something with Ren. Gyre Reach. It's pretty good. Blood Crypt. All we have left is 2 forests. We played a land, right? We've not played a land, rather. So we're gonna kill one of our things. We're gonna go get a forest. It's the hallowed fountain we've saw. Saw that island as well. Find it peculiar that they're still giving us lands to buy back that are useful for us. Um, we don't know of anything but a spell snare. Alright, this might be their concession move. Because we're probably going to concede if we get this emblem. Yeah. Should push before attacks. Good point, good point. I lost the land there, Sam. Very good point. Very good point because of vigilance. I knew we had 3 different ways to kill it though, and they only had 4 cards in their hand, so I knew it was dead 100%. See ya? You're leaving already? You came, you come, you insult my plane, you take off. Take care, man. Thanks for stopping by. I always want to bring collector brutalities into this match, and I'm pretty sure that I'm not supposed to. Like, just having a discard spell of any kind has always seemed relevant to me. I don't actually have a sideboard here at all. Kind of feel like Tarmogoyf's my worst card. Retrace lets you discard a card or discard a land from your hand and play the spell out of your graveyard for the mana cost. So in other words, every land we drew the rest of the game, every fetch land, anything, could have been a lightning bolt if we needed it. Or a discard spell, or a fatal push, just whatever's in our graveyard. It's pretty cool. I really just want to take I'm probably going to take a couple boats out. It's a clean answer to a planeswalker that resolves. I do like that. Keep looking at these Tarmogoyfs over and over and just thinking that they're not very good. Somebody tell me I'm an idiot. This hand can't be a keep. Yeah, I'll keep this hand. Definitely taking the Jace. I left a boat in my deck because of planeswalkers, like Narset and Jace. They showed us Narset game one. I left a Fatal Push because of Colonnade, but I'm willing to say I'm wrong on both. They didn't use Opt last turn. I think you're the worst card in their hand. I'm big on playing the cards I think's worst. So am I supposed to take out more removal? I cut some boats. I just didn't cut them all. I cut 2 of them. I kept 2 pushes and 2 boats. I like how there's no abrupt decays in this build. There's no assassin's trophies in this build. So I felt like I needed something to kill, like Snapcasters and Clicks or Stoneforge Mystics if they're on that build out of the board, or you know, Planeswalkers that they've ticked down for whatever reason. You'd be surprised how many people don't tick Jace up versus a boat deck. Hey, Blade Ogre. 25 months. That's pretty hot, man. Thank you. $25 months. Thank you so much, Blade Ogre. Guess I want another green. A lot of green things in my hand. It makes me think of Kenji when you say it like that. Ooh. So we know they have a verdict and they have this. I think I'm just going to play double spell then. Even though I can't get any value out of the Rin yet. Womp womp. That was a good last card. So we don't know what the last 2 cards are. But we're in the Bloodbraid Elf stage of the game, which is always fun. Kind of turns off Planeswalkers. Odd to me that they played a land first. Can you believe this card's unbanned? Supreme Verdict's good here. One card left in their hand. We have a Dark Confidant. Huh. Just play Dark Confidant and call against command the last card out of their hand. Put a Bloodbraid Belf back in their hand. also just attack them for 4, put them at 3. I don't like that, especially when they have a field and a colonnade. Just another field. They drew something and ordered a monastery mentor. Okay. Kind of interesting since that's the cards I had to choose from this turn anyway. Is it worth it to put this in combat? Like, is their monastery mentor worth more than my dark confidant from here? I think it could be. I don't know what it is, but I think there's a good chance it could be. Turns out it was apparently the same. Oh, stop that, opponent. Detention spear. These. Our Raging Ravine back. We have a Falsies and a Raging Ravine now. That's pretty good. There's a Cryptic. That's also pretty good. Let's start with Falsies, because if they bounce this, maybe the Bloodbraid Elf and Ring can win the game. Well, not very quick. About an hour, but we got 2 matches done. I think too long when I play Legacy and then still make a lot of mistakes. I said Legacy. I make a mistake just saying the format. I mean Modern. Yeah, I have a removal spell, some Lilianas, we're on to draw. It's the 3rd dice roll we've lost. Apparently winning dice rolls is unlucky. Oh, Our opponent's comboing. Guess we have to take the Gorios then. This can't be a good match for us, can it? That's a new card. Didn't have that. Womp womp. I was curious what they added to their deck to get this card. So many cards that just kill us. We don't have much graveyard interaction. Played another land. Well, we can fade one more turn, maybe? Maybe they'll have Indulge enough life? That's not bad for us, I guess. I'm not sure killing their land does anything. I guess we'll look at their hand before we make that decision. Alright, so they gained 8 life. And they put that in the exile zone. Okay. So they get their black mana or their other two. They either have red or black mana here. Which we're going to keep. Because one draw for Goryo's. But they might not win if they hit Goryo's. Take a brick. Felt like we got pretty lucky. I don't think we have any additional graveyard hate, do we? Nope. Huh. You're not very good here. You're not very good here. Maybe they do play a low land count, even though they drew a bunch of lands that game, I think. You're the only cards I think are even reasonable. Probably too late if they get something like that out. These do much. Basically put in anything that said discard since I have no graveyard stuff. Those are graveyard spell, but it's probably not good enough on the draw. Okay. I don't think this hand's particularly good, but... Huh. Took out my Maelstrom Pulse, didn't I? Sucks to be me then, doesn't it? I only have one thing in my whole graveyard that kills that though, so it's not like I'm overwhelmed with options. I wonder if they bring in anger or anything. Uh-oh. Oh, they didn't have a creature? That feels good. JK. Does not feel good. Played their land for the turn. They don't kill me, the Goyfs get Ooge now. There's a good chance they kill me. Two, ah. There's Bob, and we dead. I'll bring you back, Kappa. Leyline pretty good. Okay. Six. 5. No Leyline. That's pretty nice. They put it on top, this is gonna suck. One on top, one on bottom. Really want an overgrown tomb there, but I guess I'm gonna take the blood crypt. I'm gonna play this because I really want to land for the following turn, even though it attacks for less damage. Like, I desperately want to be able to cast a Fulminator Mage. Tilt. A good chance that's game. One of our 10 discard spells would have been nice if we couldn't hit a land. If we couldn't hit one of our... More tilt. This one represents lethal next turn. I guess that's better than... Very good chance we're dead now. Yeah, they have a Gristlebrand in their graveyard. If it counts for anything, hitting the Fulminator Mage probably wouldn't have affected the outcome of the game. Though having a third land to play this very likely could have. We just have to hope they have the worst 10 cards in the world, and then draw the worst 7 cards on top of it. Maybe all 4 of their Nourishing Shows are on the very bottom of their deck. Kappa. I mean, they've only saw 30 cards. It's possible they don't have a Nourishing Show. JK. Alright, they've only saw 34 cards. It's possible they don't have a second Nourishing Show. Alright. Wah, wah, wah. Alright. Gotta win one of the next 2 to get our pity trophy. 4th dice roll we've lost. Be nice to win one of these dice rolls. Well, they're not casting the creature, they're playing it off of a Fruit of Breach. I think this is a keep. Definitely want my lands. I guess I just don't want a second Wrenn. Why is Twitch telling me this person has a rerun? I certainly don't have that set. 100% don't have it set for them to be telling me that. I need to unfollow them on top of that. Kind of thought they'd cycle. That's a sorcery, right? I do follow a lot of people. But that person I used to follow because they played League of Legends and they don't play League of Legends anymore. Play Overwatch now and I'm not really into that one. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Oh wow, what a dagger. I don't have an option here. Oh, never mind. I have a freaking scavenging ooze. Oh no, they're gonna get their thing no matter what. I'm an idiot. I've not saw Mardu that had this package in there. It's kind of interesting, I think. Still not really sure they're ahead in the race. Guess the land can stay. JK, can't play that. Fun times for us. We've not hit a fetch land this game, so it's not on us that we can't play it. But even if they cycle it, I'd have got their other card. What a draw. Well, I thought we were kind of substantially ahead there, and then we didn't get to play spells. I'm amazed we lost that game. Like, I felt super far ahead. I think Ren's very good here. We didn't mess up fetching or anything, we just didn't draw a second black source. Did I put a bad land on the bottom of my deck or something when I mulliganed? I guess I could have done that. Are they? I assumed they just died to a removal spell. Why do they have Rest in Peace? I don't care about my graveyard. Like, I know they have Death Touch, but it doesn't kill the giver, and I thought the Death Touch wouldn't be super relevant. They don't have a card in their hand I care about, so I find that odd too. Third land, please. Then a fourth. I just realized they have Rest in Peace and Gurmag Angler both. Guess it's not worth attacking because they have the Lightning Bolt and the Fatal Push we know about. I'm not too concerned about pumping this up any. That doesn't bother me, but like pumping that up and then not having my creature does bother me. Messed that up, I should have played this one first. Now if they have a Celestial Colonnade I don't get. In fact, that's pretty poor sequencing. I said Celestial Colonnade, but I meant Celestial Purge. Still want to play it though because it chump blocks. Ashiok? Don't care about an Ashiok. Got green in case they have Blood Crypt. They search for basics pretty early. So you said I should have these in. Bound to be better than Wrens. I think Wrens are relatively bad here. What else? They showed us Rest in Peace. So maybe I can cut a command for like a Collector Brutality. Collector Brutality still kills Giver and Stoneforge Mystic, which I assume they're not on Stoneforge Mystic, but I have got paired versus some to have. Hey, NoobMed93, what's up? Welcome to the chat. I think these cards do relatively the same thing at this point. Need to be more cognizant about getting less or more basics. Nice plant deck. Thank you. We don't have any discard. We don't have any removal spells. Is this good enough to keep? I kind of think not. But mulliganing versus a discard deck's so punishing, and we have lands and spells. I guess I'm going to keep it then. Doesn't feel strong enough. But just mulliganing to 6 and getting 1 or 2 good spells and having them make us discard it doesn't seem like something that's beneficial to us either. I'm going to actively get basics this game. Let's see what removal spell they have. No Fatal Push, that's decent. That's good. They have another Street Wraith. They got us pretty good here, but I don't think we can not risk it. I don't think we can just not go for it. Liliana's not bad. Let's see what we get with this before we make our decision. Look at their hand before we make our extra decision. And they have a Gideon. Let's put them in burn range, and it makes it harder for them to use a fetch land or a shock land. Damn. I was wanting that lightning bolt. Obviously, I mean, I don't think it's rocket science to say I wanted that lightning bolt from here. What do we call? What's a hex parasite? I'm just gonna call human. What does that Gideon make? Ally of Zendikar. It makes knight allies. Alright. Knights it is. I'm gonna hold the Bloodstained Mire just in case they have a Colligan's command. Alright, so they're looking for something to kill this. Nice. Alright, let's play for the 4-1. Or, let's see if we can win a dice roll. We've not won a dice roll tonight. Allen? They're not Allens. Hey, noob man, thank you for the follow. Sorry I'm not cool and I don't have alerts. But, advertisement, if you like what you see, I do stream every single day. I've streamed 798 days in a row without missing a day. I stream a variety of decks and a variety of formats, and I try to have a good time, but I'm not a particularly great player. Also, there's a link down below the whole Twitch thingy with a link to my YouTube where I post past broadcasts, blah, blah, blah. Alright, advertisement over. $798 days in a row, though. I'm from Eastern Kentucky, from the hills of Appalachia, from the Hatfield and McCoy area. Hey, we won our first nice row of the league, and we immediately get the mulligan. Snap it off. Throw a land away. Probably just gonna throw the forest. Not gonna Inquisition this early, though maybe I should. My hand this week, I think there's a real chance I should Inquisition. Alright, well, they have double hardened scales and another animation module. Is this game winnable? Guess I'm taking this. It was poor timing to do that then. There is no Yu-Gi-Oh! Where I live whatsoever. I live in an extremely rural area. Just like as rural as you can find. There's not really even magic here, in all honesty. Rural? Rural? I think I'm saying words that might be English. I'm not sure. So we saw them play every card in their hand. Alright. Well, opponent's just looking to go wild on us. Oh wait, we can play that, right? Set card back. Play this thing. It's a very pretty area, though. Like, the mountains and stuff around here are gorgeous. Why did the opponent not attack? Opponent's up to something. Not exactly sure what it is, so we'll Inquisition them. Then we'll read this. I don't think that can get a counter, can it? We'll do this either way. Could have hit a lightning bolt or a fatal push and then they couldn't even block. That'd be awesome. Right, if they break one or two more turns, we have a chance. That's kind of a brick. Gives them a free row on a block, though. They have a forest we know about. Might as well play it. We've seen it. I guess they can hold it for Liliana shenanigans, but yeah. We're going to be putting a land back in our graveyard here, so. Oops. Put the one that they've. I guess they've not saw any of these, have they? Alright, one more big brick, please. They bricked again. We're running really hot right now. Start with you. Get you back. Play you. Tick you up. Discard you for the extra point of damage. That one's not going to do it. Well, they bricked that whole game. Hank, yeah, I get that a lot. It's a really good television show, so I don't take it as an insult. We got lucky that they drew nothing this game because we drew a lot of lands. Found 11 and 19 cards. So they're going to regenerate, of course. Don't know why they bothered to do that. Alright, we got super lucky this game. Does I assume from here we're good? I don't think they can win from here. So they just get rid of one of the blockers and we have 3 attackers and we have another way to kill a second blocker if we need to. Alright, so we definitely want you. We definitely want you. You guys are awesome. I think you're pretty decent here. I think you're pretty decent here. I think you guys are awesome here. Kind of think the Fulminator Mages are pretty good too, because I'm more afraid of their lands than anything. They certainly didn't mean to pull him over. Okay, what's bad? I don't think I want my X1s versus the Walking Ballista deck. I think they dumped their hand a little bit too fast for me to worry about a ton of discard, though I do think some discard's okay. Being able to get their turn 2 plays pretty insane. Liliana's probably not the best here either. Might bring the Liliana's back in on the play, but on the draw is pretty rough. I'm going to try this hand, though I think that this is a bad hand. I'm kind of testing for another event, so I'm keeping a lot of speculative hands because I'm not 100% sure, and I want to like confirm or deny my suspicions. This is a hand that I think's not very good. That's interesting. I want a second black, maybe? No, we can get the second black with the other spell, so I'm just going to get a second green. Still have 3 cards in their hand? Might have been better to kill this um, before they had a chance to take it up. It was a beautiful draw. I made a play mistake here. I should have cast this before I ever played that. Improper sequencing. Very bad. Because now if they had a Galvanic Blast or a Fatal Push or anything, they could have floated the mana there. If I'd done it in the opposite order, they couldn't float mana. So that was really bad of me. It was an interesting turn too. So if I kill this, I lose my Rin because they redirect 1 point of damage to this, and then they attack it for 1, but that takes almost all of their turn, so pretty sure if it takes almost all of their turn, I'm in. Do I want a overgrown tomb or do I want a stomping ground? Probably a stomping ground. Not sure I care about this. Think would rather wait and use that on a turn that I'm also using my mana for something else. Hanger back. Not bad. This is kind of what I was talking about, though. Now I can Maelstrom Pulse the hanger back and get the Scavenging Ooze if we need. Of course, it does say destroy, so. That was a great draw. Ah, I tapped my mana stupidly. Now I can't use that. Player. Is it worth killing the Hangerback Walker or not? I'm not actually sure. Yeah, so kind of a player not having a green mana for this ooze. Okay. Yeah, I wish that was a 3/3 for sure. 3/3 looking at being a 4/4 next turn. That would have been huge. Oh, I'm playing poorly. I am tired though. It's almost midnight here. Why are you not doing something? Oops. I'm gonna do this before they change their mind. It's fine with me. Pretty sure I should still Maelstrom Pulse. Maybe I should Maelstrom Pulse this. Could also just attack with everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. They go to 1. Not sure what I'd have did if they didn't block. Yeah, 4-1. Nice. Match is complicated, and I'm not sure all my decisions were correct. So what did we lose to? Forget who we lost to. Oh, we lost to Griselbrand. Okay. Wait, where'd my deck? I don't know where the deck went. Right, whatever. We'll go over here and get it. So this is the deck we played tonight, and this is Jabberwocky's build. Felt pretty decent. I wouldn't have minded an Abrupt Decay or like another way or two to kill an enchantment. The one person that had Leyline of Sanctities really worked me over. But we beat Blue White, we beat Mardu's Shadow, we beat our last round opponent there who was playing Hardened Scales. We lost to a Griselbrand deck, and I honestly don't remember what our first match of the night was. Oh, it was one of those toolbox Neoform, like Restoration Angel, Voice of Resurgence decks, and they just got Mana Screws game 2 and 3. Hey, Trickery, you showed up exactly when I'm getting ready to log offline. I'm currently looking on the other monitor for somebody cool to host. Perfect timing, as always, though. Sure, I didn't follow these people. Confused. Dylan MTG Waste Not Land Phoenix. That's a consideration. Yep, that's it. I have heard about it. Like, I've talked about people talking about it being a new control finisher or being insane in modern, etc., 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 but I've not physically read the card. I try to avoid spoilers the best I can because I like playing the pre-releases on on Arena. And once you see all the spoilers, I think it takes away some of the fun of the pre-releases. I like actually being surprised by the cards, like back in the day. So I kind of try to avoid the spoiler season. But oh no, don't worry about that. I was just saying I've not actually read the card though. But I've heard people talk about it. I've not actually personally read it. But anyway, thank you all so much for coming by, and we're going to get off here and enjoy a piece of pizza and probably go to bed. Appreciate you all for stopping by, as always.